All right, number 5. Sophia and Tess will each randomly choose one of the 10 integers from 1 to 10. What is the probability that neither integer chosen will be the square of the other? The probability that neither integer chosen will be the square of the other is equal to 1 minus the probability. So the probability that the square it's equal to 1 minus the probability that one will be the square of the other. So probability that one is the square of the other. Okay? So now we need to find out what the probability of one of the selections being the square of the other is. So let's say that here I'll go with this color. Let's say that the yellow slot is for Tess and the red slot is for Sophia, right? All right. So when is one of them the square of the other? Well, if Sophia gets a 1 and Tess gets a 1, then 1 is the square of the other. If hold on, let me write out these slots. All right, so let's think of all the scenarios in which one is the square of the other. One selection, either Sophia's selection is the square of Tess's selection, or Tess's selection is the square of Sophia's selection. If Sophia gets a 3 and Tess gets a 9, right? Then 9 is the square of 3. Or if Sophia gets the 9 and Tess gets the 3. Or if Sophia gets a 2 and Tess gets a 4. Or if Sophia gets a 4 and Tess gets a 2. So these are the 5 scenarios in which one of their selection is a square of the other person's selection. Now let's figure out what is the probability of each one of these things happening. There's a 1 in 10 chance that Sophia will pick a 1 and a 1 in 10 chance that Tess will pick a 1. So we have 0.10 times point. So 0.1, times 0.1, which is equal to 0.01. And then same here. Same for this one. There's a 1 in 10 chance that Sophia will pick the 3 and a 1 in 10 chance that Tess will pick the 9. So the probability of this scenario happening is 0.1 times 0.1, which is equal to 0.01. And then same here. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, right? So the probability of any one of these things happening is we just sum all these up and we get 0.01 plus 0.01 plus 0.01 plus 0.01 plus 0.01. They all add up to 0.05. And so the probability of this happening, what I'm highlighting in yellow right here, the probability of this happening is 0.05. And so let me write that down. Let me replace this with a 0.05. And that's going to be equal to 0.95. And that is our answer, which means that E is the correct answer. There is a 95% chance that neither integer chosen will be the square of the other integer. Now, again, just to reiterate one more time, the way we found that was by taking 1 minus the complement of this scenario happening. And we got 95% chance. All right.